Hey guys, so I'm going to try to make this really simple for you in terms of how to hit the ball, and so you can have really deliberate and focused practices. And in your ground strokes, particularly, is what we're going to work on. Is, if I see this ball right here, basically, if this is the equator of the ball, the middle, I want to hit the middle of the ball with my racket perpendicular to the ground. Okay, so really simply, if I'm hitting that way, so you have an angle of this, my racket head needs to be here in terms of hitting the middle of the ball, right? So going towards you, I want to be out in front, right? And I want to have the ball in front. I want the ball to be hit in the middle of my racket, in the middle of the ball. So with that, so I'm going to come across the ball and I'm going to be hitting it here, right? How I get to that point is really important, okay? So think about it. If you hit the ball in the net, let's just simplify. I know that technique in tennis goes really far and there's a lot of things to do, but I just want to make this really simple for you. If you hit the top of the ball, it's going in the net. So if you hit the ball in the net, the only way for this to be hit in the net, if you think about it, is to do this, right? And if you hit it long, there's a little bit more to it because you can hit it too hard, right? But you might be doing this depending on how much spin you put on the ball. So you got to think about that way, right? So that's one thing to consider when you're doing that. Now, also, if you want to think about spin, so think about it like this. How I get to this point is really, really important. So if I'm hitting the ball and I'm hitting it like this straight across here, it's going to be very flat and it's going to just go straight. All right. Now, if I come up at the ball at an angle like this, I'm going to go under the ball. It's going to have underspin. I'm pretending I'm hitting that way. Okay. But if I come up on the ball, it's going to have topspin. And topspin is really important to make the ball go down. So I want to come up on the ball and I want to be here. Now, a lot of players will come up and be here, and that's why the ball goes in the net. So I want you to really focus on being right here with the ball every time. And when you miss, think about, well, like, did you come this way and just hit it too hard with no spin? Did you come under the ball? And even, we haven't talked about this, but coming across the ball is a very common thing. So a lot of players will come across the ball instead of over the ball, and that creates side spin. So not only are you going to think about where the ball went, meaning did it go in the net, did it go long, did it go left and right, but also what kind of spin it had. So that will determine how you came at the ball. So that can be a very simplistic way of looking at your strokes when you're hitting, and you get positive feedback right away on every shot instead of going, well, that went in, I don't know how that did it, right? So that might help you a little bit on being more focused on your practices. So again, focus on where you're hitting the ball and the angle of your racket, and also how you're coming at the ball with spin. So give it a shot, and hopefully that'll help you become a little better, a little bit more efficiently. All right, good luck.